In a previous video I showed how you can use dedicated support materials to make your support interface go from looking like this to this. But did you know that there's an additional setting to make these surfaces even smoother? In your slicer, in my case I'm using Creality Print, head to the Support tab, and you should see the setting for Ironing Support Interface. If you don't, then you might have to enable advanced settings at the top here. I've already got mine set up to use PETG as the dedicated support interface material, but if you're not sure about this, then check out my previous video. As the name suggests, this will cause ironing of the interface between the support and your model. This is the same as the regular ironing feature, which you can use for top surfaces of your model. Once enabled, you can change the ironing pattern, the flow, and the line spacing. I'm just going to leave them at the default values for this test though. This setting is only useful if you've got your top Z distance set to 0, i.e. you're using a dedicated support material, like PETG for PLA and vice versa. If you're printing PLA with PLA supports and you set the top Z distance to 0, then the supports will basically fuse to your model and will be impossible to remove. I'm actually going to turn this off quickly in the global settings, and switch it on for only one of the models in the per object settings instead, because I want to print one with and one without this setting enabled. After slicing, you can move the green bar on the side here down to the support interface layer, and if you zoom in far enough you can kind of see the difference in the surface between the ironed and non-ironed version. The ironed one being the one on the right here. Anyway, let's get it printed and I'll remove the supports off camera. At a glance it's kind of hard to tell the difference between the two. However, this one didn't have interface ironing on, and there's a bit of unevenness in the surface, especially in this bottom left part. Meanwhile, the ironed one came out really smooth, especially to the touch, which I know you guys can't feel, but you just have to trust me. For reference, this is the result without dedicated support materials and default support settings, which you can see is pretty rough. The only downside of using the interface ironing is a slightly longer print time, but in this case it was 1 hour 56 versus 1 hour 49, which is barely anything. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Make sure you like and follow for more 3D printing tips and tutorials.